this corner, it's not square and it's not 45 degrees either. So I have a corner bead here. It's a 45-degree corner bead. And as you can see, it doesn't fit, it just flops around there. And so this corner is, the angle is too acute. And this one isn't 45 degrees either. It's too obtuse. All right, so here's another look at what I mean by this angle here. You see the light coming through by that knife and how much mud would have to go to fill that. I use this straight flex. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just measure this out. So I'll lay it out and I'll just give myself a little bit of extra, so I'll pinch it right where I want it there. And then I'll just cut that. Okay, so here's the important thing, is for an inside corner, you would want to use this side with the writing would face you. Now, this part's really important. For an outside corner, this side is the side that you want to face you. And for these offset corners, I really like to lop on a good amount of mud onto it. So I kind of, oops, had a little bit of water in that pan, so it's dripping. I want to make sure I got a lot of mud. And I also want to make sure that there's a fair bit of mud right on the top of the corner. And that helps to prevent there from being any sort of hollow behind the corner. And I'll do the same for this one. With metal corner bead or metal corner bead with paper flanges, you don't have to get any mud in here because the metal will just sit from there to there, and then your paper flanges, so it's not a big deal. But with this straight flex material, you kind of want to fill that in because it's not metal, it's just a hard flexible material. So just do that so you don't get any hollow spot behind it. And even if you did get a hollow spot behind it, it wouldn't be a big deal unless somebody came later and pushed on it. Then it could flex and then it could flake the paint off. So you want a good foundation behind it. Keep adding a little more. You can't really go wrong with too much mud, so I just kind of lop it on to get it to stay in place. All right, then we'll fold it in, and I kind of want to just shape it roughly to that angle. So it's kind of shaped to that angle. And then I'll just trim off that little bit extra that I had. And then you gotta just kind of gotta wiggle it in there. And because this one is a really acute angle, I'm going to leave this almost get a 90-degree fold. And trim. Oops. Same thing, you gotta push it in, and this can be a little messy. The mud I'm using is maybe thinned down a little too much. Shouldn't be this drippy, but guess I'll just have a little bit of cleanup. All right. Then, it's just the same as any sort of corner bead. When wiping, I don't want to overlap the knife. I want to get to about there. And you can kind of just give it a little bit of a coat with the taping mud, but not too much. Just put some mud there, on, and then back off again. And this just helps so when you come around with the topping mud or the all-purpose later, you have less you have to coat. And getting just a skim of taping mud on top, because there's so much glue in the taping mud, or this would work with all-purpose as well. It gives it a good, stronger foundation. Just add a little bit there. Okay, so that's finished. And because these angles, because now that the corner bead is shaped to the same angle as the drywall, now they sit there better, and it's going to be a whole lot less coating to do. So that's the way I do it. Okay, so I hope at least someone found this helpful. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on future videos of just little tips and tricks and tool reviews and that sort of thing. Thanks for watching.